Sports is proud to present NB. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off.
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Tonight, a great backcourt matchup, Doris. When you were going up against another talented guard in college basketball, did that change your approach at all?
Well, you certainly knew when you were looking opposite somebody who had a skill set and a talent level that was going to challenge you for the full 48-minute game. And obviously, it raised the level of intensity. Your interest was piqued, and you want to show out against the best players. So certainly on the night you know you're going against an all-star type player, believe me, it's personal.
They take the challenge. All great players do. They want the challenge, don't they?
No doubt.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. And it's Howard in at the center position. Harden the pass to Capella. For the 3. Tucker can't get it to go. Now here's Porter. Pass to Wall. Over Paul. Wall, no luck. Anthony against Porter. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Anthony.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket. Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
And here's Houston. There's the pass to Tucker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Right wing. And Tucker kicks to Harden. Anthony in the corner. Back to Harden. Shoots over Beal. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position. An effective scorer in that area.
Beal can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
For the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahinmi's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Markieff Morris. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Austin Rivers in for Beal. Here's Oubre over Gordon. The drive by Green. Paul grabs the board. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gordon dishes to Paul. Here's Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points for James Harden.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
From deep, Wall. Offensive rebound. Green kicks to Rivers. Wall against Paul. Back to Rivers. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. Good D by Harden. Paul outside. Right side, Gordon. Up and in on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Rivers. Deep. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age, but his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
It helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Ryan Anderson out there with Ennis. Then it's Nene in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And Washington making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Nene the pass to Paul. And he banks in the layup. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris. Does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock, because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anthony comes in for Anderson. And it's Gerald Green in for Eric Gordon. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Morris comes in for Green. Porter's checked in for Oubre. And Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game, where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Ennis. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Passes it to Howard. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. Howard's got his first points in this one.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
Right wing. Paul kicks to Capella. Back to Paul. It's tipped. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Wall's checked in. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Houston moving it around. Over Wall. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Capella. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets. Pass to Howard. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Capella. To the middle. Here's Tucker. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wall's shot is off. Harden with it. He's picked up by Wall. Down low. Here's Capella. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Wall's shot is off. And there's the pass to Capella. Anthony up on top. Outside, Green. Got it off in time. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 14-point lead as we bring the...
Carmelo, what was the area of...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 10 points and 1 assist. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
So on the floor for Washington. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. And it's Porter at the 3. To the inside, it's stolen by Wall. For the 3, it's good. And the Rocket lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Porter.
Well, Otto Porter has become a three-point specialist. This guy's so efficient from that range. Guys, think about the first time John Wall registered his first triple-double. Only 4 players in NBA history had registered it in fewer games than he did. Think about these names: Oscar Robertson, Connie Hawkins, Magic Johnson, and Hambone Williams. Incredible.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's James Ennison for James Harden. Back to Paul. Green with the block. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
A devastating drive, and Porter powering it home.
Rockets leading by 9. And when you look at Wall, the speed, the length, the skill, Doris, this is a guy who can carry your team.
And we talk a lot about his physical attributes and how those translate to success. The blinding speed. It's the instincts to me and the competitive streak, though, guys, that makes John Wall very special.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Washington, Mahinmi's checked in for Howard. Jody Meeks comes in for Bradley Beal. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. Satoransky against Paul. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And it's Gerald Green in for Anderson. And then for Washington, Oubre comes in for Green. And it's Rivers in for Ian Mahinmi. Here's Satoransky. Here's Oubre. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Oubre's got 5.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
They regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
Stolen by Satoransky.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
Let's see what they do here, Greg, right? Because you know they want to get a couple of possessions out of the time left.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
Here's Paul. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He has 7.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
Back to Rivers. Plays it up and banks it in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Green, the pass to Ennis. Outside Gordon. Here's the three, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. Houston on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. A nice shot by Rivers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Houston in the lead. Harden with it. To the wing right side. Back to Tucker. Now the dish to Capella. 6 to shoot. But they recover it. Anthony kicks to Harden, and Tucker has it in the corner. Tipped away. Doubled by Howard. Outside Anthony. Harden right side. Tucker the pass to Harden. And a miss there on the triple. The Wizards shooting for the game at 42%. And here's Wall outside. That one's not going to go. And Houston the other way now. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Wall. It's good.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
Don't you love seeing this guy rise to the occasion, going right at the defense and getting it done in the clutch?
Tucker with the ball. He's against Morris. The shot's good.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Carter outside. Here's Howard. The kick out to Wall. And the 3 ball is good. Wall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Important possession there, and John Wall getting it done.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Harden. In the corner, it's Gordon. Knocks down the trifecta.
And he's just putting the team on his back when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence when taking these big shots?
Rivers kicks to Porter. Fires for 3. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Now Tucker. Screen by Capella. Pocket 6. Teardrop shot. Nails it.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
He was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Well, timeout called, the Rockets. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston. Over on the wings, it's Harden paired with Melo. PJ Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And some nice passing there by Houston. They get it again. Anthony, the pass to Paul. Now, here's Tucker, covered by Morris. Paul can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Oh, a timely one from Beal puts a smile on the coach's face.
The Rockets trail. Over to the left wing. Paul left side. Ball with the steal. Here's Porter. Right side, Wall. Beal from long range. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
That's something he can do all night, gentlemen. Beal is deadly spotting up.
Rocket shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Anthony nowhere around. They get it back. Capella connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Wall up top, defended by Paul. Wall, no luck. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Capella dishes to Tucker. Wall with a block.
Twice on the pipes, the anticipation, the athleticism, terrific.
Oh!
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're behind by 5. There's 18 seconds left in overtime. What do you think, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Right, that's the game plan. It's got to be executed perfectly. No time to waste.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
The third pick back in 2012 after one season at Florida. Beal is one to watch. Such an exciting talent.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 6. 8 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the two-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a two-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Knocks down the trifecta.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
You love to see guys rise to the occasion, and Porter delivers with a big-time bucket.
Knocked loose. All with the steal. And so it's the Wizards with the W. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.